my voice. Waiting in a jungle's quicksand, he struggles to stand, staring stalemate into a fate of obliteration. Not knowing he could survive longer, just being still. I want to heal, rescue him, but holding on too tight, I just might choke the breath, the life he clings so frantically to. 114 blocks south of Madison's concrete gardens and west of Pullman Porter's utopian borders, he is a stiletto rose, growing amidst broken glass dreams and cluttered gutter streams, wasting away like the semen caught in the bellies of used condoms. The afterbirth of marred battlegrounds. I want to cradle his underweight 11-year-old body in kisses, but you suggest this won't make a man of him soon enough. See, little man's got to be tough, and he can't learn to cry when bullets fly. He is running and running and running from what to try, buy, and the lies of predators. Hunting season is open, and lions are going after their own. I am not 40-something. I am not 60-something. And
what are you?
Where are you?
I'm close to something. And I grew up in segregated North America in Chicago. And if anyone knows anything about urban planning and history, you know that Chicago sociologists invented a term for the kind of segregation that exists in Chicago in the 60s, 70s, 80s, what have you, 2010. It is still very much one of the reddest red line places you can buy a house in. And so I wrote that poem for my nephew when he was 11, who told me when he was 8 he knew he was going to prison, and he just got out this November. So the work of justice, the work of Dr. King, the vision, the dream, the life of Dr. Martin Luther King is very, very near and present in my life, and it is a pleasure and an honor to stand here to read part of his speech from his Nobel Peace Prize reception in Oslo, Norway. Because what do you do when you have children telling you their fates and knowing the odds that are stacked against them? Civilization and violence are antithetical concepts. Negroes of the United States, following the people of India, have demonstrated that nonviolence is not sterile passivity, but a powerful moral force which makes for social transformation. Sooner or later, all the peoples of the world will have to discover a way to live together in peace, and thereby transform this pending cosmic elegy into a creative song of brotherhood. If this is to be achieved, man must evolve for all human conflict, a method which rejects revenge, aggression, and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. The tortuous road which has led from Montgomery, Alabama to Oslo bears witness to this truth, and this is a road over which millions of Negroes are traveling to find a new sense of dignity. This same road has opened for all Americans a new era of progress and hope. It has led to a new civil rights bill, and it will, I am convinced, be widened and lengthened into a superhighway of justice, as Negro and white men in increasing numbers create alliances to overcome their common problems. I accept this award today with an abiding faith in America and an audacious faith in the future of mankind. I refuse to accept despair as the final response to the ambiguities of history. I refuse to accept the idea that the isness of man's present nature makes him morally incapable of reaching for the eternal oughtness that forever confronts him. I refuse to accept the idea that man is a mere flotsam and jetsam in the river of life, unable to influence the unfolding events which surround him. I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality. I refuse to accept the cynical notion that nation after nation must spiral down a militaristic stairway into the hell of nuclear annihilation. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. This is why right, temporarily defeated, is stronger than evil triumphant. I believe that even amid today's mortar bursts and whining bullets, there is still hope for a brighter tomorrow. And I believe that wounded justice lying prostrate on the blood-flowing streets of our nation can be lifted from this dust of shame to reign supreme among the children of men. I have the audacity to believe that people everywhere can have 3 meals a day for their bodies, education, and culture for their minds, and dignity, equality, and freedom for their spirits. I believe that what self-centered men have torn down, men and women, other-centered, can build up. I still believe that one day mankind will bow before the altars of God and be crowned triumphant over war and bloodshed, and nonviolent redemptive goodwill proclaimed the rule of the land. And the lion and the lamb shall lie down together, and every man shall sit under his own vine and fig tree, and none shall be afraid. I still believe that we shall overcome.